Hello there, Ameer. Let's have a look at your work. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world would have debated whether investing money in housing and road development is more meaningful than restoring buildings or not. Would have, no, have. Just put have debated. Okay. This essay will discuss both sides using examples from UNESCO and Oxford University to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Genius. On one hand, there is ample evidence that restoring old buildings is very meaningful. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, this may lead to economic prosperity through enhancing tourism and providing jobs. So research the use of afford, okay? You can only use it in certain cases. In this case, anyway, we should be using provide jobs. Secondly, old buildings are humanity's heritage, which tells us a time journey stories. Just rephrase the whole sentence there. Secondly, old buildings are humanity's heritage, comma. They tell us stories about our past, so they tell stories about previous times. Okay, but time journey stories doesn't make much sense. For example, recent empirical research by UNESCO demonstrated that 90% of human history was discovered through monuments. Now we're talking, now it's clear. Fantastic. Therefore, it's conclusively clear that spending money on restoring old buildings is paramount. Very good. Wonderful work there, Ameer. Very impressed. Following the structure, it's crystal clear. It's good. It's good. There's no ambiguity there to your situation, to your position. These points, though, just be careful, that could have cost you, okay? On the other hand, although there is a case for ancient monuments enriching nations, the impact of developing housing and roads cannot be overstated. Very good. We've got the conjunction in there. Good work there, Ameer. It's largely because citizen satisfaction should be the main goal of the government. For example, an extensive study by Oxford University showed that good housing, high quality, sounds better than good. Words like good and bad, big and small, are basic. We're aiming for more than basic, Ameer. We're aiming for 7 or above. Okay, showed that high quality housing and roads are the main driver of citizen satisfaction, the main driver of citizen satisfaction. Consistent with this line of thinking is that high quality accommodation, just so we avoid repetition, or top quality accommodation, well-equipped roads, perfect, or highways, increase the productivity of the people. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that spending money on housing and roads is indispensable. Fantastic. On accommodation, public housing, public accommodation, and highways or transport infrastructure or motorways is indispensable. From the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that spending money on housing and road development is more important than restoring old buildings. It is predicted that the need for better housing and roads will increasingly grow in importance. Super. Very, very good. So what I like about this essay is that it's very clean. It's straight to the point. There's no fluffy or flowery language. It's crystal clear. So that's excellent, Ameer. I'm very impressed. Well done there. Good work. Be careful with your vocabulary. So even though it's not an error, I still want you to stick it on the error list and look for opportunities. Next time you might produce the word good. Try and find a better word. No? Crack open the dictionary and look. High quality, top quality, essential housing. Okay? There's lots of opportunities in English. So great work there, and we've stayed on topic, and we've given your opinion at the end. So well done there, Ameer. You should be proud of that work. The graph demonstrates the sales of Intel and AMD chips in France in 2017. The trends experienced volatility throughout the year. Moreover, AMD sales exceeded those of Intel in 6 months of the year, while in the other 6 months the opposite happened. Okay, good. Sales of Intel chips showed the same behavior in the first 2 quarters of the year. They started at 50, put a comma after the 0, so it's 50, comma, 3 zeros, okay? started at 50,000 and troughed at 25,000 respectively. So peaks and troughs are for line graphs. So we could say, and a low of 25,000 respectively, then increased steadily to just shy of 100,000 in March and peaked at a high of 125,000 in June. Okay, so look for bar chart vocabulary because it's different to line chart vocabulary. Okay, we need to get it clear and use them in more appropriate cases. It is similar, but it's not as dynamic. The line graph is usually dynamic. This isn't as dynamic, okay? In July, it hit its second trough at almost 25,000 again. Good. Then it increased to experience almost two plateaus. Yeah, the plateau is definitely line graph. Okay. Then it increased. Then sales increased. Let's get specific. Okay. Then sales increased to 75,000 and then 100,000. Okay, so which months did those increase? Also, I'd like to see more comparisons, more maximums and minimums. Okay, more contrast. So for example, we could say the sales of AMD in July were twice those of Intel at 50,000 and 100,000 respectively. Okay, so we've got the respectively sentence in there, I think. No, we don't. Oh yeah, we do. And that's good. But we also need this fancy sentences, okay? We're almost triple that of Intel in July. So that's another improvement. The other improvement is the different ways to express those numbers. Yeah? So we could put 25 comma 3 zeros, write the number 25 and then write the word 1,000 afterwards. Okay? So let's see, the sales of AMD were more volatile than those of Intel. This is a good comparison with than, so good work there. It started and ended the year at almost 25,000. They showed two troughs in June and November at 0 and 110,000 respectively. Plateau around 40,000 can be seen over March to April. Good. So good work there, but just remember what I said about the comparisons, maximums, minimums, and the fancy sentences. So, Ameer, you're doing very well. What I want you to do now is implement all the corrections that you've heard. Update your error list. Once you've updated your error list, write two new essays and check them for mistakes that you've made in your previous essays. And then send it all to me in one email. Okay, Ameer? You're doing really well, and I want you to carry on improving. Have a great day. Take care.